Pop, pop. We're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special Horse Jacob edition. Wow, I should not have said those words in exactly that.
New kink.
Whatever. It's a very climactic night happening. I don't even know. Whatever. The energy is wild, and I yelled a lot at football. It's fine. But most importantly, forever and always, welcome to episode 43 of. This is gonna go really, really bad for me. Dragon
and pseudo dragons and mechanical dragons and whatever
and vampire dragons
and vampire dragons.
Boy, I mean, oh no, spoilers. Anywho, welcome everyone. Happy Sunday evening. Glad to be back here with all of you and all these beautiful chuckleheads that I have with me here. Speaking of them,
chuckle fucks.
I said chuckle fucks last time, so like I had to do something different. This was, I want to be very clear, this was in no way a censorship of me, myself, and I. Get fucked if you think that. Not my style.
Chuckle clucks?
Chuckle clucks. It's an early Thanksgiving weirdness.
How about chuckle bucks?
I mean, honestly, considering where Chris lives, it's probably just another Tuesday. Which is great because it's Sunday. Anyway, so let's do some introductions, starting with the gent that I believe, as I mentioned to the cast beforehand, has prepared for tonight's confrontation much longer and with much more detail, likely, than I have. Jeremy, say hello to the people. And who are you playing?
Hi, everybody. I'm Jeremy, better known as Darth Intrury everywhere. I will be playing everybody's lovable druid Damfear, who has big plans on helping his new friends get the codes he needs, or they need, so they can shut down something that he and his deceased husband once wanted to keep the Okeechobee safe. And I get to meet my mom and two of my crazy sisters for the first time in 500 years.
Off with their head.
Easier said than done.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Surprise act of it.
The man that has at once was a light bulb, but now has a belt to prove it. Chris, who are you and who are you playing?
Hello, everybody. I'm Chris. I'm playing Satur, now the lightning rod. Like, is the lightning rod, maybe? I don't know, but we'll find out, because I'm Satur, and the half-orc guy who has his big smile, and now the deep, dark eyes for everyone to get lost in. Hi, everybody.
Amazing. Well, up next, she who was like, I really only just now go here, and I really don't really go here, and what have y'all been up to, and why am I doing this? Jay, hello.
Hi y'all, I'm Jay. Sorry for my voice, because I ain't got one. I'm playing your lovable paladin, Rune, who is a lot of feelings right now about what we're about to do.
Don't we all?
Wait to
Don't we all?
unpack that. Speaking of feelings, the official cartographer that I owe a lot of shit to, the head honcho, the leader of the Peacekeepers, the fiery one. Jess, who are you? Who are you playing?
Hello, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and buttholes. It's me. I'm Jess. I am your low-energy cartographer, and today I am also Mom. She's badass, fire genasi paladin, both of the ancients, leader of the Peacekeepers, and while not comfortable, made a goddamn decision for once.
Let's fucking
And then
go.
got shit for it.
You know?
Growth.
But it's growth.
Conversations are going to be had.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see how that plays out. Speaking of someone that's really good at the conversations, may have did a proposal or so, not to who we expected, perhaps.
No.
Maddie, who are you
No.
playing?
No proposal. What? No. No. A
It's a
confession
ring.
of love. Maybe,
According,
or
I
something.
want to be very clear. I was saying that as Sam and Gus.
Fair. Okay. Hey, fam. I'm Maddie, aka SoMattyGameZ. I use he/him pronouns. I'm playing Rilo Rumblebelly, and I am playing in my, I don't know, third game in like less than 24 hours. So yeah. I'm
Oh man,
ready for
yeah,
A
it.
little
it's gonna
burnt.
definitely be a very just like chill game. Nothing bad will happen. We'll just sit at brass tacks all afternoon.
No. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. Because I make my best decisions when I'm tired.
Don't we all? So, previously on Duval Dragons, our collective peacekeeping conglomerate here was wrapping up the early afternoon here at Brass Tacks Tavern in Okeechobee, knowing full well that a conversation/confrontation with Dante's mom in regards to the codes, if you will, or the secrets that will allow the peacekeepers to wrap up or eliminate the shield that protects the rich district, assisting Bradshaw in his mission, perhaps, or not. Maybe something different goes down. Remains to be seen. All while that was happening, Satir saw the world around him melt into starlight and gossamer as the Stormlord decided that his patience, as far as waiting for the peacekeepers to get to his temple, decided was to wait no longer and tested Satir in regards to becoming an avatar of his. And there was much merriment and hilarity and beautiful decision making, and things went a little wild for a minute, but eventually Satir was victorious and was gifted with this strange belt that is wrapped sort of around or enveloping over his pantaloons, if you will. All while also both Bert and Mary and Sue, as well as Satir, have some eclectic new additions to their accoutrement. Starlight in their eyes, or in the case of Mary and Sue, in the background of the axes that they seem to be not inside of, but at least appearing on. Bert certainly, especially, and also for the first time, Rune could see Bert, Mary, and Sue, whatever that means. And as the conversation continued, and everyone began to come together around decisions to be made, and as Jess, i.e., Zakaria, mentioned, the decision was made, and the clock continues to tick down to a certain meeting in the northwestern portion of the rich district, in a large, unnamed building, where awaits one Lady D, Dante's mother, and whatever else may come from there. That's where we picked up. That's where we stopped last time. So as we pick up from there, as that conversation about the next essentially 2 hours continues, time is not your friend. What would you like to do?
Time is my friend.
That's a statement.
Well, you know.
Are we just waiting for? Now we're just. Oh, sorry.
Oh no. Yeah. Please continue. I just babble.
Oh no. Oh no. I was just kind of like, are we all just now? We're just all just now waiting for this meeting with Dante's mother.
Yeah, I believe that's the idea, is that now we're just kind of sitting around the table trying to figure out what to do in the meantime. Brune, do we... I know, Dee, that you said that we're not supposed to do anything, but it just still doesn't fit right. It doesn't feel right. Do we need to have a backup? A plan C? In case there's something wrong?
Plan C as you run like I asked you to. I'll buy you the time you need to get out of there.
So what's plan A?
Plan A is we go in there and we keep our composure no matter what she tries to do, because she will try to get you all riled up.
Oh. Well, I can keep my cool.
She will try to get me riled up.
Oh.
And no matter what you hear come out of my mouth, don't take it to heart.
Okay.
There are things I have to say in order for this to go smoothly. I just want you to know that I don't mean any of it.
That's not ominous at all.
That sounds...
What's plan B then?
Plan B is you find the nearest window and jump through it. Plan C is you run like hell.
Okay.
We don't want a repeat of the sad man.
Of the what?
The sad man.
Sad man.
Dante. Or Devin. Oh, sorry. This meeting with my mother has me a little bit scatterbrained. It's been 500 years.
That's a really long time, man.
I mean, should we hang back and let you handle this and just maybe put some distance between you and us, maybe make her think we're not as close as she might maybe assume we are?
That would probably be for the best.
But I thought we had to be there in order to pick up whatever she's bringing.
You do.
But if she thinks, if we all like flank Dante, or she gets the idea that we're more than just a group of individuals trying to get something, if she gets the inclination that we actually might care for each other as friends, and if she's as ruthless as Dante says she is, let's not give her any more fire to add.
Dante, make a wisdom saving throw.
Does it feel familiar?
Not currently, no.
Okay. I did not pass. I got an 8.
+4. Actually,
okay, sorry.
+8, technically, because me and Rune are close.
Actually, you know what? He's going to actually choose to fail it.
There you go.
Just for funsies, though, what would the roll have been?
With the +8. Actually, no, it would have been higher than that. So I got 4, so that's +8. It would have been 21.
Interesting. But you choose to fail. It's not that it feels familiar, whatever's happening. It's just that familiar creep at the back of your neck. She's watching. It's unfamiliar because she hasn't been able to really do this. In a long time.
Because of the ring. Dante's going to do his best to mask his uncomfortable, how uncomfortable it is.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest, if we're sitting here figuring we should pretend to not be close, one, we're shitty liars.
Oh yeah.
And two, insofar as I'm concerned, anybody who's ever had any sort of beef or hearings of us has been spying on us in one way or another.
And they would know that we're more than just passing acquaintances. So
If she's as powerful as we think she is, or as Dante claims her to be, she already knows.
That's
I don't
definitely
think
fair.
there's a point.
Yeah. That's a fair point. But it was definitely valid to bring up around for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to, I can't even say make this easier to deal with, because it's a fucked up situation. And I don't know the whole background with your mom and anything that's really going on, but I don't know, something is just not sitting right with my spirit. Can't place it, just something deep feels wrong. And usually my wife tells me if I got a feeling, follow it.
As Rune says that, Zachria, Dante, and Satir, especially as the afternoon sun continues to wane towards the evening, you've seen, especially since you probably sat at this table now for a few hours, but also you sat at this table for many times in different situations. What's odd is, even though the doors closed, the two double doors to the outside, to the market, these three dark lines emanate from the shadow from the door and begin to head towards your table.
three dark lines.
Mm-hmm. Like separating from the shadows. About 5 feet in length, just moving forward towards you. And they sort of puddle behind Rune, Rilo, and Zachary.
Do we notice them? Is it clear?
The three people, Zachariah, Satir, and Dante do. Yeah.
Can I sense
You have no idea it's coming unless somebody says something.
Dante's going to say, "You can stop right there."
What? I'm
At
just trying
that,
to finish my thing.
as Dante says that, Zachariah is going to immediately, seeing that they're shadows, light and then through the hair, just to make sure that there are no shadows on us. So she's, with a produced flame, lighting herself up.
What's going on?
Doesn't seem to matter.
Okay. I was gonna do something at the moment as she does that.
If you want to, sure.
Okay. Being that Mary was at my feet, I would swing it like a golf club towards the behind Rune, because she was sitting to the left of me.
Roll an attack.
Attack the
Sure.
darkness.
What are you doing?
Well, it would be discreet. It'd be like a golf club swing below, right?
Oh.
Still being attacked.
Yeah.
While that's happening, can I cast protection from good and evil on myself?
Certainly. Have you cast that before? I don't think you have.
No.
What does it look like?
So I think the minute like Zerkrius like shoots up, like Roan
25.
immediately, like the tattoos she has immediately start to just glow, like this bright gold on her body because it's on her back and her chest, so that just starts to glow, and that's what it looks like.
Amazing. So you said 20. You said 25.
Correct.
Sir, go ahead and roll damage.
Earned is at first level.
Let's see.
Okay, this one.
And as you're doing that, it's like the floor beneath you, around at least 3 areas, is like a pool of shadow. And then, like someone exiting a pool, just a cloak with a hood is the first thing you see. There's a face there, but hard to see from this perspective as they rise from the shadow field that they were coming from.
28.
With the exception of the one that is right behind, the one that is, I believe, Satir, you were sitting next.
I'm sitting next to Rune.
Yep, that's what I figured. So that's the one that you attacked. Give me that damage if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's 28. It's like golf clubbed.
Certainly. So you, and it's so quick, your action here. The cloak just shudders to the right, and there is a slash, and the cloak itself bisects, and where there was initially darkness is now a bald head with brown eyes, veiny pink skin. About 5.5 foot tall, very, very beefy. It's a long, sort of oblong face of this small, from your perspective, high elf. And he just eats it, doesn't flinch. And you realize that it's not just that slash. You took sort of the dermis and just moved it forward towards like his like mouth, taking a large chunk from his face.
Can I move to grapple at that point with the axe?
Not yet. You just
Okay.
Jacob,
So
does this high elf look familiar?
They do. You know this as one of your mother's personal guards, Igaron Taradai. Not someone you're super duper acquainted with, but someone that you do know. Behind Rilo is a about a 3'10" tall figure, and you can see glowing red eyes. And sort of they take the hood down and it reveals a short black mohawk with smooth gray skin, but a bit of a 5 o'clock shadow. This one you also recognize, Dante. This is Gorn Featherbottom. And then behind Zakria is a 5'8" tall human that also brings their hood down as well. Older, like seems to be in their 50s. It's cropped, kind of curly, golden hair with green eyes. Not quite as glowing as the halfling, but their skin is dark black, like the consistency of like burning, like a piece of like burning charcoal. And Dante, what is the insignia of your house?
It's basically two rapiers crossed with a floral arrangement in the center on a shield.
And right about the same of what Jeremy's wearing right now?
Mm-hmm.
So you see this emblem, all of you, on this leather armor with matching hood, and all of them are carrying rapiers with daggers that seem to just go down the front. And Igaron is holding their cheek. Well, your first radio, I mate?
Hey, no, not my first.
Oh.
And you're lucky it was only a slight scratch.
Apologies for the dramatic introduction. We wanted to be sure that you would grant us an audience. So we thought we would just come and say hello and send our regards before we take you to your meeting that's upcoming. My name is Igaron. This is Leo.
That's the high elf is Egron.
Mm-hmm. Gourmet points to the halfling, and Leo points to the human, dark-skinned human. Are my compatriots? Now, of course, your meeting is not for a little while, so we thought we'd just get a head start of things. And perhaps if you had any questions or concerns before your meeting, we could hopefully address those. We're kind of nodding to both of these. And though there is seriousness on Igaron's face as the sort of the puddle of blood kind of trickles down and into their armor. For those of you with a decent passive insight, there is like a level of respect being given. And like as they materialize and say this, there is like a kind of a hush comes over the tavern. And this is something new. This has not happened before. Rilo, you hear a familiar voice inside your mind as Clayton actually casts message. And is everything all right over there?
Yeah, maybe. These are like Dante's family people or something? I don't know.
Right? Quite the entrance. Did they just sort of appeared?
I know. Very weird.
All right, I'll just be over here. I'll if you need anything.
Oh, yeah. And then I'm gonna speak out loud to the three guys. Are you guys hungry?
Dante's going to look at Rilo.
What? It's only polite.
Igaran kind of smiles, revealing his fanged incisors. No, my good one.
Oh.
Quite all right, but thank you.
Okay. I don't know what else. Oh, can I fix your face with some healing or something?
Or do I want a wonderful scar of which to create a new story with?
Oh, yeah.
And you see Gorm just kind of like rolls his red eyes. Doesn't say anything. All right, sure. Rilo Rumblebelly, was it?
Yeah, it is Rilo Rumblebelly.
And Satir? And Rune? And Zakria Ryashi. I've heard many things about you. All good, of course.
What's your game?
No game, friend. Been a while, Dante. I must say, your mother's quite excited to see you.
Let's see.
We've got time. Why are you here?
Just getting ahead of things.
Out of what?
Just don't want you to get lost. Or
How do we get lost? We've been here longer than you have.
Have you been to our meeting place before?
We can figure it out. We got here, didn't we?
You sure did.
I do
Call
10
it
points
initiative. What did you say?
Of healing. I do 10 points of healing with my healing light.
10 points of healing. Great. Oh, that's just lovely. Feels quite good now already.
Oh, good.
How about we take this outside so we don't disturb these good people's day?
That's kind of hard for them.
I don't think we'll be needing that, but if you do, well, and I know you do, perhaps your room upstairs.
Right here's fine. Right here's fine.
All right.
Well, if she doesn't have a game, what is your game?
No game. Here on orders.
Do you guys want to
Just
have
making sure to come and collect you and make sure that you don't get lost. After all, it has been some time. Half a century, was it?
A deal's a deal. As long as she has what they've asked for, what's been agreed to, then I'll be delivered.
All right. Kind of looks around. Just kind of like almost like a dog that just kind of leans into their stare and just focuses around. And of course, it's none of my business what you were all discussing here, but speaking of food with Orilo, you do have some refreshments prepared for you, for all of you, if you wish.
Oh, really?
No, we're well
Yes.
taken care of here, thank you.
But what?
All right.
We haven't even heard what they have yet.
Rilo, now is not the time.
Oh,
The
okay.
Kriya's right. We're fine.
Don't worry, nothing boring like poison.
Why would you give us poison? That'd be stupid.
You have something they want, Rilo.
What?
Me.
Oh,
He slithers around the table, puts a hand on Dante's shoulder.
I'm gonna just wherever they're moving. I am clocking.
You hear the sort of the. It's actually a little disconcerting because there's steps. There are no. This is a hard wooden floor. There's no sound when they walk.
And is this Gorn putting his hand on me?
Negative. This is Egeron.
I'm gonna look at Igaron's hand. I don't remember giving you permission to touch me. And I don't think my mother would be happy with that.
Oh, wouldn't be the first time I've been in trouble with your mother. Well, the last.
Kinky.
But in the meantime, Leo, why don't you show them our advanced gift?
Do you have to? We were in the middle of a conversation, then you just kind of showed up.
Dante's going to hold his hand up. Sorry, not trying to circumvent you. What do you have?
Nods to Leo. Leo takes out one of these, just out of this like small pouch, this long, what appears to be long dagger. Places it on the table. This was actually a dagger for someone special. Kind of like looks at Dante, but it could be for anyone that would like it. It's kind of and Igran passes, like just kind of passes it on the table, and, and Leo just goes, "Compliments of Lady D." And just steps back. Oh, but Sakura, were we interrupting our conversation? We can go over to that table over there if you would prefer. So you can see.
Yeah, and take your stupid knife with you. Bye.
In case you
See ya.
change your mind, we'll
Goodbye.
leave it there.
No, we don't want it.
Second, before you go, are my sisters there?
Would you like them to be?
I just need to know if they are.
Kind of just clears like a crick in his neck. All in due time, Dante. Walks over to the other table. And the three of them kind of sit at this corner table and just wait.
And they said they would answer our questions, Zakria says as loudly as she can, before turning to the rest of her party.
Oh, my apologies. Did we miss something?
Yeah.
It was so
Are the
quick.
sisters there? I feel like that was a clear fucking question.
Oh. Make a persuasion or intimidation check if you want.
They're the same.
Does the dagger have a scabbard?
Does. It's like white and like and on either side, and what appears to be this beautiful dark leather that sort of surrounds it.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Intimidation, not persuasion.
Intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
And Igaron sort of like appears wounded, as if you stabbed him in the chest. Well, in that case, my apologies. Having a little fun. Your sisters will be there.
All of them?
All of them.
Then you are to return to my mother and tell her that she has fractured part of the deal. Amelia was not to be there.
Recon, Jacob forgot that part.
Okay.
So 2 of 3 is not bad.
Does the dagger look familiar?
Yeah. Very familiar.
Dante's going to pick it up.
Grip in your hands feels as if you never left it. This is your dagger. It's part of your mother's organization. Yours, as you know, was the first.
Dante is
Take it.
pale, but he gets a little bit paler as his hand touches the dagger.
D, are you okay?
This was the first one she ever made.
If you're cursed right now, I'm going to be a little bit pissed off.
No, it's just the memories. While most people blush, we tend to get lighter when something touches us or reminds us of someone we care about and miss.
Hmm.
She made this shortly after my father died.
So she's a blacksmith?
She's an arms dealer.
Yeah,
She
Nothing.
she brokers weapons and technology.
Oh. Fancy.
yeah. Nothing says, mother's love like a dagger.
Yeah. Right?
Hey, as long as it's not in your back.
As long as they're teaching you to use it.
My mom's never picked up a dagger.
Well, suspicions confirmed. Zakria says, looking over at the table with the 3.
Certainly.
It's not going to change. Let's not let that change what we were already discussing. Please.
If things go awry, the best thing for you to do is to leave.
I'm not questioning that any further. You've not seemed to change your opinion on that. What I am going to question is how you're so sure of your own plan. I don't know how you can be, considering how long you've been away, how badly she wants you back. And I don't know. While we've made this decision, while I made this decision, while things are the way that they are, as they stand, it's not settling right. I don't see why we can't negotiate time. Why we can't just talk to her and ask to borrow you for a while. A promise that you will return eventually instead of her taking you now.
The
She'll
deal's
get
already
what
been
she
made.
wants. What's another deal on another deal? She's a businesswoman. I'm not sure if we're fighting her or you now at this point, Dante. Even if you don't think she'll negotiate peace with you, or maybe not peace, but something akin. Time. Maybe she'll negotiate with us. The worst she can say is no.
I'm not worried about what she can say. I'm worried about what she'll do.
Oh, that's fair. We were prepared to lose more, though.
I would say from the fact that she sent her little, and she kind of looked at the table and said, what are y'all, an entourage, a posse? What
I believe the term you're looking
But
for
that
is
is-
lackeys.
I was gonna say goon squad, but
yeah, and she's like, Rune just kind of waves her arm in that direction. I got
Servants?
lap dogs, riding bitch. I don't know.
What? Wait, hold. Come on, guys. Like, we don't need to like stoop
This-
to that level. Like, you know.
What
like,
level?
This
Oh.
is exactly what she wanted to happen with this.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Why is it so bad? We're just having fun.
Right?
this is a ploy of someone who doesn't trust, and that's the part of the problem. But regardless, it's a cheap ploy.
And
If she thinks she's gonna... I'm sorry, go ahead.
I promise you, you're not fighting me. I just have dealt with this for so long. I know how to deal with her.
I do have a question though, and like I said, I know you know your mother better than we do, but what's not to say she won't make you come for us?
That's all part of my contingency.
Oh, so
I can't.
you've thought about this part.
I've had over 500 years to think about this day. Well, not this particular day because I didn't know I was going to meet all of you. But I knew that there was going to be a time when I was going to have to deal with her, to face the consequences of leaving my responsibility. So yes, I've mulled it over, I've thought it over, I've looked at the sides from both sides. My words are my honor. And even if she were to ask me to come for you, I would never.
Oh, I don't think we're worried about the asking part. I don't think she'll have to ask. You've seen what I can do with just a word. People can control others. No permission. Just by sheer force. You have a contingency against that?
I told you I had 500 years to think about this. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I just need you all to trust me.
I don't think it's that we don't trust you, Dante. It's your mama we don't trust.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
If
We're putting
this
a lot of
was,
trust in you doing just this.
and if this was just about a mother missing her long lost son, I guess I could understand that. But this sounds like she's coming with contingencies and schemes. And if I'm being honest, there's a lot of cloak and dagger. And that's just the part that makes, I think, all of us worry.
It's not the fact that I'm the son she misses. I'm the heir to the throne, to an empire, to a business. I can do everything that none of my siblings can. And if I can make a difference and do something worthwhile to change everything that my mother perverted with this division of people, then I'm going to take a chance. And yes, she's far older and played this game far longer, so she does have contingency upon contingency upon contingency. But I'm her son. In order to have what she wants, all her contingencies are moot.
Hey, well, it sounds like we just need to get this over with then. We don't have any choice other than the one that you've already done.
All right. Before we go, then I'll need to pray. Zakray is going to get up and head out to Melora.
And 3 pairs of eyes, just hands kind of on their chin.
Do you want a painting? Staring's rude. She leaves.
I'm sending Pepper to follow.
Yep. If anything, she'll open the door, wait by the door for Pepper to catch up, and continue out.
Dante, Sam flies over to you. I'm scared. I'm really scared. I'm so scared. We have your back. I got your back. Me and Gus got your back. Gus is just nodding.
Hey, you know, you don't have to come. You can stay here.
Really don't want to. Probably don't want to.
I appreciate that, Sam.
Peacekeepers, Sam. Fuck. All right, I'm going.
I appreciate you both, Sam and Gus. And Dante's going to get up from the table and he's going to walk over to where the 3 lackeys are. And he's going to put his hands with their balled in fists. He's going to put his fists on the table and he's going to look at all 3 of them. When you are in my presence, your eye will stay on this table and not look at anyone who accompanies me. Do you understand that?
Make an intimidation check.
Go, Dante.
Dirty
Dante.
20.
Go ahead with it.
They place, like almost in unison, place their hands on the table. And almost like it's in a trance. There's a nod. My prince.
I'll call for you when we're ready to go. And he's going to turn around and walk back to the table.
Don't worry. We'll be right here.
Dante's going to sit back down.
Before we cut to some career, is there anything that anybody else wants to do inside?
Are we all just like, so we're all just like they're at the table next to us, just kind of just watching?
Yep.
I think Ruin's just got her, like she's already got her quarterstaff like by her side, but she's just kind of like sitting and just kind of like foot tapping, just like ready, set, go if anything pops off.
Air of impatience is nigh. Supriya. To the stables you had, I assume, or somewhere else.
Yes. Supriya's heading specifically to Melora, and it's just for a little while she's not even bothered trying to put a flame out in her hair. She's just pacing the stables. And since she knows she's got Pepper on her shoulder, she's mumbling in Sylvan. She's in her own world about how everything's going, about this entire conversation with Dante and how it seems to be going nowhere. And then specifically about how there never seems to be any point to hiding anything. Because until we get those damn rings from Sam and Gus, until we finish their commission and give them time to work on it, everybody's going to see what we're talking about anyway. There's never going to be anything private. Not with the buddy system, not with anything going on. There is no modicum of privacy unless we're in the Peacekeep. And she's ranting about this out loud until she's realizing that, like, her hands now are starting, bursting into flame. And eventually, in just like this fit of anger, she turns an angry eye toward Melora and casting Speak with Animals. She'll say, "What did he ask of you?"
Bitch.
Wow.
Boy, oh
You
boy.
bitch.
Interesting.
Raggedy.
So, first things first.
And
Oh, there was
I'm
more.
sorry, there's more.
Oh, please, go ahead. Tell me more.
In her fit of rage and realizing she's not mad at the lizard, but at the circumstances, at everything that's happened within the past 24 hours, she doesn't let Melora respond. She just wants to make sure Melora can hear her as she dispels Feinsteed. Lizard's going to shrink all the way back to beetle form. She's going to pick up the beetle and set it on the armor.
Amazing.
And she's going to sit in the warm spot where Melora was, and just head in the hands. Now she's thinking specifically about Sator's situation with the Stormlord and how she's feeling about that. And she's just going to sit there, mumbling now, not to her lizard or her beetle, but to her goddess about her feelings about that. And that's where she's going to be for the next few minutes.
Okay.
Until they have to go.
Make a persuasion check for me, though.
Okay.
To be clear, you are still concentrating on Speak with Animals, yes?
Uh-huh. $15.
15. So, rewinding time for just a second, Melora was just watching you pace back and forth, tongue out, serious face as per usual, and then suddenly, like, first of all, that was uncomfortable. Second, where is this energy coming from? Third of all, He just wants to make sure you're taken care of. Yeah.
That's what I was
In
worried about.
classic Dante double talk fashion.
Yeah,
He does mean well,
I get it.
the idiot.
I trust me, I get it. But we're losing one person. I don't need to lose you if he asked you to go out and do something to save us. He's got my word. We're not engaging. You'll be with me the whole time. But you're a
Why do you
beetle
think
now.
I called him an idiot?
You're a beetle now. I don't need you protecting us. I need you getting out of here.
Where did you put Melora?
To the new armor pinned where the half cape she's got on it sets. Sort of just clasped there.
The beetle flies up and lands on the bridge of your nose. It's certainly a strange sensation.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like this kind of a little tug as the beetle sort of settles in. If things go south, you truly want me to leave you?
If things go south, I couldn't live with myself if I lived and you died. I've never had a pet. But
I'm
you
a
are more
pet
than
to
that.
That's better. I was about to say, I was getting insulted. I thought I was talking to Dante.
You bitch.
No, dear. You may be just a beetle or a lizard to anybody else, but we are friends.
And I am more than either form. Even combined.
Damn straight.
Even in this form. That doesn't show that he lives long enough for me to eat him. At least a snack. Just once.
I'm supposed to reprimand you about not eating our friends, but I've got no energy for it right now.
So he is indeed your friend now. That's fascinating.
A lot has happened the past few days.
Beetle. I vow to you that if you do ask me to, I will go where you tell me. But I expect to find you wherever I'm going. Otherwise, I'll just eat salmon, Gus.
Challenge accepted.
Not Sam and Gus.
Over
I
my
kind
dead
of like
body.
those two.
And if like almost as confirmation, the wings sort of extend out and sort of fly around you for a minute. And something odd happens. There's this, as the beetle floats, kind of flies around you, there is this, and the temperature is fairly temperate currently this time of year. And you feel this warmness about you. Just a moment, right before Melora lands again. Whatever that means to you. It's like that last, or that first sip of hot tea. That type of feeling. It's all over. Comfort.
Since this was about at the point of a time rewind, since Zakria continued to rant for a while, that's about when she's going to be like, it's so funny how for all of my life, the praises of the goddess Melora have been sung to me, written, spoken. My father simply could not silence himself about her. And then I left. Or I was taken. Then that treasure trove of druids continued the same. Everywhere I go, Melora this, Melora that. I wanted nothing more than to be a part of her light. And I couldn't. Druidry just never came to me. How the hell does he do it? How in the hell, in all of the 9 hells, does this godless man find his interest? When all of my life I've devoted so much time and energy to my goddess, and I get hot tea. And for a while, she's going to rant about that.
Uh-oh.
Jess, do you have inspiration right now?
I believe I gave it to someone recently.
You did give it.
Gave it to
you give
Rune.
it to Rune. Well, it doesn't matter because you have another one.
Thank you very much.
That was awesome.
Bravo.
Yeah, that was outstanding. It's good shit. Back inside, certainly everything's fine back inside, right? As the
hair on the back of Sator's neck stands up for a second and then goes back down. He doesn't know why.
or as the Japanese say, you sneeze. So, as the tick-tock of the clock continues on, whispered conversations overheard or not, any last minute stratagems, plans, etc. While I go pee because I've been holding it for 30 minutes. You can play
Go
without
pee,
me.
man. Go pee, man.
Black control.
I think after Dante comes back from the table with the soldiers, he sits down and without even thinking about it, he's got the dagger in his hand and he's just kind of like twirling it in his hand like he's never not held it. Like it's just been in his possession the whole time. And he's just staring off into space.
Dante, I've never noticed you fiddle so much.
It's like
You're-
riding a bike.
But you don't fiddle. You're fiddling. You're not one to fiddle. I mean, Rilo fiddles. You know, are you that worried about this?
And I think it's at that as you ask that question, he kind of stops spinning the dagger in his hand and it just like perfectly stops. And he kind of shakes his head, kind of shaking the distance away, and he looks at you. Not in the slightest.
Okay, it's just not like you to twiddle and fiddle. Just, I'm gonna make sure that you're okay. That's unlike you is all.
Fine. It's just, like I said, it's like riding a bicycle. Seem to never forget how something feels when it's familiar to you. Sorry if I worried you.
I wouldn't say it was that you worried me. It's just taking me off that someone who's normally so calm with his hands is all of a sudden twiddling and fiddling with a dagger in open company is just a little odd. Rilo ruined it. I mean, it's a little odd, isn't it?
You also watched me drink for the first time.
And I said the same thing at that moment. It was a little odd at the moment too. Yeah, maybe I'm just feeling on edge.
It's understandable. You have been through a lot.
And with that, he actually moves his shirt and his tunic and actually covers the belt. I don't even want to think about that at the moment. There's other fish to worry about at the moment.
Rilo, you've been really quiet.
Yeah. I don't even know what we're doing, man. This is like, I don't know. I understand it, but I don't know what to do. You know, except for just like be here and go along.
I really look forward to meeting your parents.
Me too.
Yeah.
I understand what you're going through.
And Zakria's acting weird. Not really
think
like her.
She's just. I think she's just trying
She's under a
to
lot of
process
stress.
what we're about to do.
Oh, I get it. I get it. But, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Whoa. This is so much.
And Dante's gonna get up and he's gonna walk over to Rilo, and he's gonna kind of put his index finger under Rilo's chin so that Rilo's eyes are meeting his. She needs you now more than ever. Be there for her.
You know, I'm technically there right now. It's just acting weird. Like Melora's a beetle, and she's just like ranting and Sylvan. I don't even know, man.
What?
At the mention of that, Dante's eyes go blood red.
What? What?
The lighting. The lighting.
What?
The lighting in here. Sometimes it messes with my eyes.
Oh, okay.
And Dante's gonna sit back down and he's gonna sheath the dagger because he realizes he's still holding the dagger.
Why? When did Melora go back to being a beetle?
Oh, I don't know. Like, I just I don't know what's going on out there, but you know, seems to be settling down. I don't know. It's like the thing where you just like want to fix everything, and you know you can't. So you know you just feel like useless.
Rilo, you're anything but useless. You slayed a dragon, or you beat a dragon, I should say. Don't ever sell yourself short.
Speaking of that, Rilo, I think I owe you an apology.
Why?
Because first of all, I was really great at keeping the ring thing a secret, and I may have spoken out of turn a few times. It's kind of your thing. Shut up. Anyway,
I mean, it is kind of your thing. It's okay. I still
yeah,
love you.
if I knew it was for Sakria, I probably wouldn't have tried to, do so much.
Yeah, I probably should have said something. You know,
It's okay.
I was really trying to not feel that way, and was really hyper focused on Tilda Wilderfist, so much so that I remember that name so well, and I don't remember anybody's name. So yeah, I get it. I just I don't know. It's all a weird thing and stuff. I don't know, feelings and stuff. I've never really had these feelings before. I don't know how to process them. I don't know if I like this.
The feelings?
Yeah. They feel itchy. You know,
When's the last time you had a bath?
not that long ago.
Oh, so that rules out a couple things.
Oh, well, yeah. Um, what feelings don't make you itchy?
I
I
know.
mean,
Sam just like looks to Gus and like this like help type of look. They both
It-
just like shrug.
it depends on the feeling, honey. What exactly are you feeling?
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to explain it. Okay. You know,
Okay, since I apologize, can I use this opportunity to poke at you a little bit emotionally?
yeah.
That's not, it's not how apologizing works, right?
Oh, it's okay. It's Sam.
That was like a paragraph ago. So okay. So you were so eloquently eloquent about your confession of your feelings to Zakria.
Mm-hmm.
How is this any different? You hear Gus just go, that might be the most emotionally intelligent thing you've ever said, Sam. And they high five. Yes, I know. I love them too.
I just feel bad for telling Laura she can eat it.
What is scary?
No, Muller's not scary. Muller's a little scary, but
We agree to disagree.
I don't
She's
know.
actually an amazing friend.
With that,
You
I
just
look
have-
across the table.
I don't know. I've seen those eyes before.
Hey, friend. I guess it's not. It's not my place to ask, friend. I suppose. Everyone has another word for friend. I'm not gonna pick, but that's. I've never thought of a giant lizard as a friend before.
Same.
I'm a druid. Everyone's my friend. Except for forest fires.
I had we had a cow that I was friends with back home. That was the only animal that would like ever let me around them. So I get it, kind of, but I also kind of get everyone else because animals always feel really uneasy around me and stuff. You know, well, except for Pepper, but Pepper's not an animal. Yeah.
Pepper's a friend.
Yeah. Pepper's a gift.
Friends are gifts.
Well, yeah, that's true. But yeah, you know, usually most of your friends aren't gifted to you by your patron.
No, most of mine were gifted to me by my mother. And he kind of chuckles at that.
Huh.
Hmm.
That went over my head.
It was a horrible joke. It was
Okay, buddy.
Really quick, from a timey-wimey perspective, this is probably right, Zakria, when you were wrapping up your conversation. If you can stay outside if you want to, your whatever you want to do. Just give you the option to re-enter if you wanted.
Yeah. She's gonna take a moment just in the stables like after the ranting's over, when she's got everything off her chest, she's gonna look to the sky for a moment. The speak with animals is well expended because that lasts an hour. Look back to the beetle before she doesn't give it enough time. If anything is going to anything else is going to come as its own sign, but she's kind of, I'm not sure what I expected. She walks back in.
What? All the doors creak open, and Zachariah makes his way back into the tavern.
I feel any better?
No, I can't say that I do. But it was worth the effort.
Okay.
I'd like to roll an insight. Trying to see if I can distinguish what that phrasing means to myself. You don't need to roll. I'm just trying to... If Satur is emotionally can read between the lines.
Certainly.
Okay.
He says the second time because he was muted the first time.
So, unless you're trying to put a wall there, Jess, to hide anything, but I rolled a 19.
I think Zachariah would. I think there would be a wall there.
Fair enough. Why don't you go ahead and make a deception check, Zachariah?
Zachariah's not lying.
No, it's not a... To be clear, it's not a...
That's what I was going to argue, that it was persuasion instead. Since she's not saying she's having a bad time, it's more of a this isn't a you problem type of thing.
I tell you what. In that case...
But it's the same roll no matter what. But...
Fair enough.
I'm sorry, it's not the same.
Do me a favor. What's your 10 plus? Okay. I was going to say in that case, let's do like a passive persuasion, which would be a 14. That would certainly pick up on things.
So
I'm not rolling.
I rolled a 19 to see if for me to maybe pick up on something that...
Yeah. What does Satir pick up between the lines?
Satir picks up between the lines that there's a lot of frustration. That
may or not
whatever
be pointed at him?
No, it's general.
Okay.
It's a general
general frustration. Okay. That's what I was curious. More the issue at hand.
Yes, the frustration is definitely the issue at hand. But with a 19, I'll also give you a little... we're due to travel soon. There is no reason why Melora is a beetle right now. There's one additional deeper thing, but I'll say you don't get that. You get the why is Melora a beetle? That was a poor decision on all fronts.
To be clear on poor decision strategically, poor decision emotionally.
Yes, all of the above. Zachariah is visibly happier when Melora is a beetle, when she can actually, not beetle, a lizard, when she can actually like snuggle up to a whole creature.
Scritch, yep.
Zachariah is happier riding a lizard, talking to the lizard, just generally. And then she's not a bad combatant on the lizard. We're also due to move soon. It's a whole spell she'll have to waste later.
Okay.
To have a lizard again.
Yeah.
So bad
that-
strategically and emotionally. It's just a bad decision.
Unlike her, I think would be fair.
Yes. Highly unlike her.
That's what I was getting to. Long story longer. That was just like that was the thing I wanted.
That's what Ryla was talking about.
That's why I wanted the more of the reason I was, because I remember I made the comment about why is Merlora a beetle now.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why I kind of went with the passive skill, because I was like, I feel like she's distracted, and I think that like narratively, like,
Yeah. Tracks. I'm down.
just clarifying. Anyway, please
Trying to stay above table.
Anyway,
Well, if we're all ready, I guess we're getting close to time, I would say, wouldn't you all?
Yep.
Do we need anything else? Maybe I got an idea before we go. One more brew before we go.
What?
Would suggest that you not do that.
I would suggest you don't do that. I don't know.
there's a frown behind Dante, as Sam's just like,
Oh, okay.
I thought it'd be a fun little thing before we head off. A little pre-gaming, but okay. No one else's game.
Yeah, I don't have enough time.
And then I guess we won't.
Over, you know?
Honestly, I was going to suggest the same thing, but I was trying to be respectful because I could use the biggest fucking drink right now.
Well, does it help you?
Oh, is it supposed to help you?
Oh, I was just asking.
Rilo, sometimes it does a wonder to take off an edge.
No, yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I asked, because like if you find it would be helpful to you, for like the upcoming situation, then I say go for it. You know, that's a personal choice, and we all want to be at the top of our game, right? Right. Yeah.
Do you know how the term spirits came about?
Well,
I'm not saying we take a hard liquor. I'm saying a brew.
yeah, it's not like they're not like talking about getting plastered like right before we walk out the door.
No,
you
just
know?
like just like an ale or something to make us me.
It's just like back, before I left home, I used to smoke, okay, and so it just take the edge off of stuff, like.
Okay, and
look what?
another layer off the onion that is Rilo. Okay.
The weed and stuff, like, it's very popular with my family.
You smoke weed?
I did. A lot of halflings do.
Not gonna lie, Ryla, that made me a little bit more interested in you.
Oh, okay.
Or like, don't get me wrong, I was just kind of going off like you're adorable, and that's kind of like the main focal point. But now this is a new thing I know about you.
420 canonical into Duval and Dragons. Maddie strikes again.
Love it.
Weed is.
I mean,
We
what
as
you
in
need
born.
Do what you need to do to calm your nerves. And Dante's going to look over at the table where the three members of his mother's guard are. Servants, get the door.
I'm gonna cast message over to Clayton, right?
Yep.
So, can we get a couple beers for our biggins?
For biggins.
The biggins.
I love it.
That big
Pretty
gang
great.
life.
That's pretty
We're
great.
up. And as you spin around to say this phrase, Dante, Gorm was actually, which is the, excuse me, goodness, the halfling with the short black mohawk and red eyes. and smooth gray skin, jumped off of the stool. It's me. But talking shit
Hydrate.
about me, y'all.
It's the weed.
All right. The weed.
Can't catch the cough.
How about you? There we go. Gorm, like having plopped down to go and approach the table as Dante fires off that phrase. Oh, well, I was coming over just to see if you all were ready. So, in that case, wonderful. My liege. And without any insight, like, it is not serious and very, what's the term?
Descending.
Condescending, certainly. And waves a hand to the door.
I'll look over to Rune. Aye, Rune. Do we take it to go or drink it here?
Well,
Clink, clink, clink.
I think we drink it.
3 stouts on the table.
I think we should drink it here. Because I think once we leave, I'm gonna need both my hands free.
There's also an open container law here in Okeechobee.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I just remembered something I have. Wait. Oh, God.
I was waiting for it. Yeah.
Oh, God. I just looked at it.
Panicking items, things that I've had since day one. No.
I am actually going to put alchemy jug.
Oh, I got one of those too.
I forgot I had that.
They make mayonnaise.
Of all things. So we have an alchemy jug and 3. Are they pints or?
They're the same size that you got earlier. They're huge.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the biggins.
Or biggins.
Biggins.
Biggins for the biggins.
Biggins for the biggins.
Another shirt coming soon to SoNowhere.com.
Biggins.
I'll look over at you, Rune, and go, hey, should we erase the first one?
Oops.
You know what? What the hell? And I'm just gonna lift up.
First one gets the third?
Yeah.
So there are 3 glasses, right, Jake?
Correct.
So the first one down gets the third?
Bring it, big man.
What do you want to do, Jacob, for the roll, or for how fast we drink it?
Doing a release.
Make a constitution check for me.
Oh, God. God. Where's my mouse? Don't be dumb.
Constitution. That's just a check?
Yep, just a check.
Ooh, not good for me, isn't it?
Really?
Wait. Oh, baby. That is a 21.
Oh, yeah, you
Jesus.
beat the pants off my 10.
So, Satira, as you are, both you, down, clink, down, drink, and you begin to taste this wonderful, velvety, delicious stout. But in your excitement, this challenge, it goes down the wrong hole. And
I get the burp. Yep.
Almost like spitting up like a baby. Not a great look.
It's like gargle myself out.
And like,
You clear the shit like a champ.
yeah, I think as Rune was like she saw, like the minute she saw Sator cough, she just reached for the second one and just pulled it to her, and like immediately like down that one and then started on the second one.
Yes, queen.
Go ahead and make another con check for me.
Yeah, that's smart because I make smart decisions.
Certainly.
That's a 16.
The DC was 15.
Hey.
Yeah.
We're the
Because that
masters
back to
of
back is
decision
the that back to back bing bing. And you slam the second of your two on to the table, it reverberating the murmurs of the crowd. Some approving nods of like respect.
Oh wow, Rune, you're really gonna get along with my mom.
So as I'm clearing and I'm way to go, Mary. I mean, Rune. Way to go. Hey, good job.
By the way, Satir, do you finish what your which now contains your up juice?
Oh yeah. No wasting. No wasting.
Down that shit.
Chug, or do you take your time?
I finish it. Glass doesn't leave. It only comes down enough for me to get my breath and then finish it.
All right, yeah, that's fine. All right. So, do you make your way to the door?
Have the goon squad, like, are the one that came to the table is still there, or have they like made their way to the front of the tavern?
He's still there. The other two are at the door.
Okay. I kind of want to look at the table and be like, "Oh, y'all can head out. We'll follow."
He doesn't say anything, but he just looks at you.
Dante is going to look at him. I believe she made herself clear.
Right before you do, he looks at you and he goes, "We have to be your escort."
And you can escort us from the front.
Because you damn sure ain't coming from the back.
He takes a pace back, about faces, walks towards the door.
Hate this.
So, the double doors open and the afternoon sun, their hoods popping up. You hear small grimaces from all three as they make their way outside. And they're making sure they're about currently, assuming you all are walking. If you're not, let me know.
Dante would put himself in between the lackeys and his friends.
Certainly. And they're not far away. They're about 20 feet ahead of you. Every now and again, one sort of spins around to ensure that you're keeping pace. And they cut through the still, as almost always, around the clock protests of bringing the shield down, signs, and it is something you haven't seen in a while. Is some of the signs are desperate messages. Once that does catch your eye is there's a bloody handprint on the bottom right hand side of this large cardboard sign, and it says, "This is the blood of my brother. Was it worth it? Was all this worth it?" And conversations like that via signs are happening over and over and over. And it, again, reminds you, whether voluntarily or involuntarily, why this whole thing started in the first place. You continue across the bridge towards where the large blockade of guard stand. And typically, there is always someone to interrupt, to check for badges. And you see them, and the three in front of you, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just takes 2 hands and 7 and points to behind them. There's a nod. There is no resistance whatsoever if you're getting to the Rich District with these 3, it seems. And they continue forward. Do you continue?
Yeah, we would follow, as far as I know.
Just ensuring. And you come across a familiar area. You see those strange. This is actually something new for you, Rune. Oh, this is exciting. The difference between the Poe and Rich District is gut-wrenching. You see beautiful white cobblestone streets of ivory. Anytime you see a small child like drop an ice cream, and there's a flash of like a red, and it's gone. Which is okay. Anytime you see someone as littering or dropping something, in a flash of not light, just movement, small movement, and it's gone. Spick and span. And you pass by Intuition. There are several very well dressed folks walking towards and around. Kind of have to, like Assassin's Creed, like move through crowds. The world here is very different. Very, very different. But eventually, after... Go ahead.
Seeing all this, it kind of like makes Rune a little self-conscious, just in like in the back of her head a little bit. It's that like oh, and like she's very much aware of like how big she is, how she looks, especially if she's kind of catching the eyes of people like in passing and just kind of interpreting.
What's your passive perception? Actually, you know what? You're looking around. Make a perception check.
Perception. Yeah. Oh God, where's my dash sheet? Oh, there. Fuck.
While you're doing your check, Satur, as we were passing through the protesting groups, was visibly getting tight as anger was boiling, and it just continues as we move into the Rich District. Not enough for him to.
I'm sorry, my computer froze. My computer froze. I don't.
That's okay. I'm verbalizing what I put in the chat for everybody.
Okay.
So yeah, as Satur is continuing through with you guys, you can see him getting visually tight as he's holding his temper, but it is not seeing the protests and the disparities between each. You can see him not enjoying this parade between the different districts.
Certainly. What'd you roll, Rune?
I rolled a 15.
15. Nothing out of the ordinary. There is an aspect of, especially a few children that are just like, Mom, my God, what? I didn't know they make people like that. Amazing. But it is all like just childhood like wonderment and awe as you walk / clink forward with your armor and everything that you're wearing. And every once in a while there is kind of catch the eye of this brown-skinned kobold that is wearing a full like tuxedo and a large white bow tie, and it's just like, oh, excuse me, and just continues forward. But other than that, nothing really strange.
Yeah. And I think Rune still stays like a little bit like on edge just because it's unfamiliar to her where spends most of her time.
Got it.
As we were walking, would I, just being as passive searching as I am normally, would I have noticed anyone from, say, Bradshaw's crew in the crowds?
Interesting question. That's definitely going to be a perception check, though.
Okay.
So you're looking for something very specific.
That would be a 26.
Jesus Christ. No. Whether that's good or bad remains to be seen. Not on this street, at least. Actually, how long have you been specifically looking for them, to be fair? Just to be fair to you in that ridiculous role.
So the second I
The
realized
minute you
that,
hit the rich district?
no, I would have been like as soon as I realized we were being paraded through the districts.
Sure.
I would have been like, why are we going through all of the districts and why are we being because it feels like a parade, right? We're being paraded.
Yeah.
That's when I would have been like, oh, where's Bradshaw? Why are we being shown off?
Interesting. Perspective is fascinating. Okay. But no, you don't see them anywhere.
Yeah, I would have been, but that would have been until we reached the meeting point. My feelers are watching.
Certainly. So eventually you come to the edge, like about 4 blocks to, because the meeting place is in the northwest, which is nearby Taka Onsen. So you've been in this area fairly recently, but just not this specific. This is a little deeper in. And on the left-hand side of you, about 800, 900 feet away, is the exit and gate to the outside. You see these beautiful, and actually specifically Rilo, this feels probably familiar to you, these beautiful temperate looking farms with long barns of red and white paint sort of accenting, a few trees, some flora, fauna, corn, just it looks to be ripe, as well as some cows and things like that. But as your escort continues, they stop in front of a what appears to be long, from your perspective, about 300 feet long beige building. And you see the outline of a long, very tall, 15-foot high metal door. Two doors themselves with these golden door knockers with outlines of red.
How tall is the building itself? Ish. It's 15-foot doors, but 300
25
feet. 25-ish? Okay.
30.
Thank you. 30?
Hmm?
Big building.
They've walked us to this building.
Yes.
Okay.
And who does the thing? And also something else you notice is that the sounds of the city seem to have quieted in this area. And Leo, the older, dark-skinned human, door knocker 3 times, and the door seems to like barn doors open about a slit of about 10 feet. And something that may be disconcerting is as you look, what creeps out is this fog. And you detect that it is a bit colder in here than it is out here. They spin around, and 2 on one side and 1 on the right beckon for you to go in.
Your fucking theatrics. You go first.
Us?
Did I stutter?
All right. And they disappear into the darkness.
Stay behind me. This is the first time he's looked at the group since they've left the tavern. He's gonna step into the fog.
Real quick, before I'm gonna say before like we follow into the fog, Ruin's going to like, does Dante speak giant?
Well, you wouldn't know unless you asked him.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever asked that.
Rune's wife is Elvish, right?
Mhm.
He gave you the words in Elvish to his hat, so you know he speaks Elvish.
Okay. So
Look
before
at
we
everybody doing their homework.
right. Before we all go into the fog, Rune's just gonna like put her hand on Dante's shoulder and just be like, Dante, I know you said you were doing this because it might help tone for things that happened, but just remember, you can't travel back in time to learn from them and forgive yourself for not knowing better.
And at this point, Dante will drop his hood, and his long white and black hair, peppered hair, drops down to his waist. No, but it's a start. If things go wrong, and I say Dir Shalah, it's time for you all to go. And he's going to back into the fog.
This feels wrong.
Sure.
Devin Gus cast mage armor. Yep.
Oh, good idea. Oh wait, I don't use that anymore. Ha.
Shit, do I have mage armor? Oh, fuck.
You just have to pick up a mage and put him in front of you. That's mage armor.
Shield.
Whoa! Don't do that to me. Okay.
I grab Gus.
Or
He
F.
hides. He hides like half of my body. I guess I almost said into the woods.
Into the fog we go.
It's the fog.
Into the fire.
Korea.
Real quick, as we all go into the fog, Zakray's going to take one bead off of the necklace of prayer beads that she still has and cast Bless on Rilo, Sator, and Rune.
Very nice. I forgot you had those.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of items that we all forget. So, I have a question.
Okay.
Does anyone have Devil Sight?
I do.
That's what I thought. Which is amazing. Because the rest of you step into the fog, pitch black darkness. With the exception of Rilo. Because you can see through magical darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And how do I want to do this? It's odd, Rilo, because as you step in and all of you almost trip, but you catch yourselves as you see and catch these steps that seem to go down about 5 paces onto what is perhaps some sort of isn't awning, but entry hall, if you will. What catches your eye, Rilo, is the insignia that you always see Dante have and the insignia that you saw the others have.
Mm-hmm.
Appears as a large stained glass window. And the sunlight beckons down towards this marble floor, and that same insignia seems to light up the floor as well, even though it is covered in fog.
Whoa.
And as the temperature sort of dips as you make your way forward, you all hear this almost booming, welcoming echo of a voice. Welcome, my dears. Cannot wait to make acquaintances of all of you as our family reunion begins. And that's where we'll take our break.
I don't like it. Don't like it.
So, oh boy, I'm so excited. It'll be awesome. Whatever happens, I don't even care. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Hydrate. See the second half of this climactic experience.
We're in danger.
Bye.
you has.
Okay, then we're live.
Hi.
Welcome back. So,
Hello.
so kick back into gear, and this, at least to one of you, what appears to be this long cathedral, baked in strange yellowish red light, at least to the far back end, several hundred feet in front of you. There is a within that light is what appears to be a small altar made of perhaps stone. Hard to see from here,
Uh-huh.
even. And as this voice welcomes you, oh, where are my manners? Snap! There's a snap of a finger, and the darkness dissipates. And you begin to hear the small sounds from what appears to be the rafters, this creaking and small sounds of just wings, what appears to be countless of them. The voice continues. My son, it has been some time. Never stops searching for you. That I assure you. Though I am not a gambling woman, I would certainly not have picked this particular situation for us to meet. And you hear the sounds of footsteps coming towards your direction, cutting through the sounds of, as you look up, what appears to be several bats, maybe in the 40s or 50s. The fog does continue though, but it is at about for most of you about right about your shin. For the smalls, fortunately semi-gusts are flying. Rilo, it is like right underneath your chin. Now, my dear boy, shall we exchange pleasantries, or do you want to get to the main event?
These individuals are pressed for time, so we should get to the order at hand, and they can be on their way, and then we can discuss family business in private.
That sounds wonderful, dear. Don't worry. As agreed, your sister you do not wish to see is not here. And currently they are not in a situation to say hello. They are here and they do send the warmest of regards, my darling. Now, if you wouldn't mind, step forward towards the altar and let me get a better look at you.
Give these mortals what they deserve.
Oh, they will. I just want to see you first, that's all.
Are
That
we
voice
really
just
going to
continues
do this?
echo throughout the chamber.
I would prefer we do this when they're gone.
Oh, but dear, I'm just asking to see you. Mommy's not asking for a lot. And let us be honest, I've been very patient.
What did those other bitches tell you?
What do you mean?
You said that the sister I wished not to see. It's not because I don't wish to see Amelia. Out of my sisters, Amelia is the only one who hasn't tried to kill me.
Certainly. Oh, well, perhaps that is my assumption. I'm happy to be incorrect. That is the case.
I've come back willing.
Jacob did not hear that. Say it one more time.
I've come back willing, but as I have stated, there's a matter of time.
Right. Then I guess you should start fucking walking then, shouldn't you?
Dante is going to move around where the light is.
All right. There is a long hallway, and as you get close, you see that the fog is enveloping these large pews. They seem the fog itself seems to envelop them like there is this strange fog-like waterfall that just emanates, just goes down and collects. Is anyone doing anything while Dante moves forward? Got about 200 feet worth of walking to do in the meantime.
I would probably not move too far in, but I would move in a little bit so that way we're not at the door.
Certainly. Well, when you walked in, you sort of almost tripped like on the stairs on the way down to the chamber where you were welcomed.
So it's how many? Is it like a flight of stairs down to a main floor, and then it's okay?
Yep.
So I would say at least I would have walked down to the main floor.
Certainly. And I sort of narrated that you all did.
Okay. All right. I would have at least, unless Dante waves me back, I would have probably kept step with you for at least probably 10 steps and then stopped.
Dante would not stop him at that point.
Just so that way, so I'm close. I mean, I know you're going to be walking. How far in is the altar from the doorway then, from where we were?
From the doorway, about 250 feet.
Oh, so it's bigger inside than it looked outside. Got it.
Yeah. At least. So.
Rilo. I'll turn. Rilo, did you follow us up or did you stay back?
No, I followed.
Rilo, is this? And I'm whispering to you, Rilo. Is this more of this magic stuff where it makes things bigger inside? Kind of like the Peacekeep?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It kind of weirds me out a little.
This kind of weirds me out too. It's okay.
Okay.
And I'm going to shut up. I'm going to subtle cast aid on what are you beeping? Just don't beep. On myself, Samigus, because they're one creature, and Zakria with a third level pack slot, so it's 10 hit points.
Nice.
And
I
I'll look
also-
around and go. I'll also say, do we need to stay closer? At 10 steps, after 10 paces.
Okay.
I okay, and Jake,
Right. Yeah.
Jacob, let me know if this is wrong. I wanna cast Zone of Truth.
Where are you trying to cast it?
This is within a 15-foot radius, so I'd have to be within 15 feet of.
But
Because
also,
how
you
big is
just
the
hear-
space we're
You
in?
hear an echoing voice. All you see is the fog, these bats, the pews, and your friends.
Oh, we don't see. Oh, we don't see her.
Just hear a
Okay,
voice
so
asking Dante
uh,
to walk towards the altar.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
then
think
that-
the only person who can see her right now is Rilo.
Oh,
Oh,
ooh.
I don't know. Can
Oh.
I?
Unless that was because you
It's just
No.
Double sight for me.
voice.
We mean double sight.
My devil sight is 120 feet.
Change.
And hold on, let me bring it up. It's whoops, wrong foot. It's
Yeah, magical, not magical darkness with distance of 120 feet.
yes.
Do not see anyone.
Okay.
Aside from your friends and bats.
Yep.
Then that's gonna. Okay, then that's definitely gonna change my strategy.
and then it's a 15-foot radius on a point you can see within 60 feet. So you don't have to cast it on yourself for you to do it. It's within
Right.
60 feet, and then from there 15
Right,
feet.
just with the feet.
Yeah.
Okay, but since we can't see her, then that's fine.
Mhm.
I'm trying to see. Can I use? Well, Dante has moved away from us.
Yep. And Satir is starting to walk forward as well as Rilo. And Sam and Gus are flying after Rilo. Unless someone interrupts them.
Is it? I have. I want to. I might not know how this works. I want to try to cast Sanctuary on Dante.
Oh, okay.
If possible.
30 feet. I'll allow you to do it before you lose your range if you would like to do that.
Okay. I didn't know if he was within. So yes, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
What does your sanctuary look like?
So I think for Rune, it kind of looks like a like a little umbrella, like a little hood. So like I have my quarterstaff and I'm just gonna like mumble some phrases, and you just see like the quarterstaff like lightly glow, and like the light from it like goes down out and kind of like finds Dante, like a little line of light finds Dante and just kind of like touches him, and it's like a very subtle like enveloping. So you more like you might feel it than you actually see it. So yeah, just
You hear the sounds of like echoing, like a loud, like smelling, like. Oh, that's so wonderful. I'm so glad that you're concerned about my wonderful Dante's well-being. Abjuration magic, right? Good to know.
someone's got to have his back. Usually that's a mother's job, but who am I to judge?
I like this one.
So as that exchange is going on,
Mhm.
Dante is going to cast Dispel Magic on the darkness.
There's no darkness, remember? She dispelled it herself.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said it was still dark.
No.
It's dark in here. With the
Okay.
second of the spotlight.
I misunderstood. Okay.
No, you're totally cool. Yeah, she got rid of the darkness herself.
Everybody's poking bears tonight.
Yeah,
Everybody.
they are.
Y'all
Everybody in
need
the
to
club.
chill the fuck out. Bear poking.
We talk
I'm not poking
about
any
this.
bears.
Calm down, titties.
Y'all been poking bears all night.
It's me. I'm the problem.
Speaking of the problem, as you make your way forward, Zakrid, if you wanted to do something.
Nope. Zakria's just watching. If anything, since she'd be closest to Rilo, she'd have to reach down for it a little bit, but she's gonna grab his hand and hold his hand.
Oh.
Oh. And Rilo, you're almost next to Satir. And how much Satir, how much space are you giving Dante?
After I stopped after the 10 paces, I would probably give him 30 feet-ish. I would want to give him plenty of room until someone waves me off or says something else, but I would keep a 30-foot gap until someone says otherwise.
All right. So at this point, Dante, as you are about 15 feet away from the altar, there's a small set of steps to reach said altar. Do you continue?
He's going to go up the steps.
You are immediately greeted by a hand that grabs your chin. It's cold. You don't see this hand. You feel it. It's cold to the touch. But it's not a grab or a grapple. It is a caress. And you hear your mother continue. That's my boy. I have missed you so.
You said you looked for me.
You did. All across the continents.
Dante is going to kind of side glance to the altar.
You look down at his, this slate, fairly clean looking. There is a smell coming from it though. Old blood.
Thought you hated sacrifices.
Oh no. This wasn't anything that I've done. Call it a
Oh, yeah.
remodel of something old and ancient. But that's a story for another time. As you mentioned, your friends are waiting. And she removes her hand from your chin. You feel an arm grab your back, pull you into an embrace.
Is she still invisible so we can't see her?
Yep.
Do we hear her words still?
Probably hear from this perspective bit of whispering, certainly.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to ask what that looks like from our perspective. Dante being hugged by this invisible force. Is it like invisible, like a darkness enveloping him, or something else?
It's. I think it depends, Dante, if how you are receiving this hug. Is it a like a taut sort of rejection? Are you accepting it? What's the situation?
He doesn't embrace back. It's like he's just standing there.
So yes, so as a creator, you just kind of see it's probably a hint of concern and for a second because you see Dante like kind of move his shoulders, kind of go out for a bit, and then sort of slacken for just a moment. Oh, excuse me, Jesus. And as the hug continues, for about there are no words, there's just this uncomfortable pause as the chittering of the bats above continue to make their presence known.
Probably after a few minutes, he will embrace her.
And as you do, she sort of melts into existence. And what you all see is a very tall, 7.5 feet, beautiful porcelain skinned woman. Lack of hair, seems to kind of go down to the past the shoulders. A long hat, very Carmen Sandiego in style, and a beautiful white dress that just goes all the way down to what appears to be these porcelain white high heels, which is what you heard earlier. And she stares into your eyes, these oceans of beautiful darkness stare directly into yours. This was all I've wanted for quite some time. And she, pace by pace, and you hear the porcelain high heels click on the ground. She moves to, like, still holding on to Dante's shoulder, kind of not clasping, but just kind of holding on to his left shoulder, as she sort of beckons to all of you. A wonderful afternoon to you all. So, I suppose business, yes?
Yeah, business.
Waves a hand, and you see these numbers in ruby red appear. 7 of them. 10, 24, 32. I would like to remind someone to write this down, please. 10, 24, 32, 76, 85, 22, 5.
What was the third one?
32.
32. Okay. I misheard that the second time. That's okay.
Just to have it clear on my notes. 10, 24, 32, 76, 85, 22, 5.
Now, as far as how you resolve these numbers, you're wanting to bring this parlay down, yes?
Yes.
I appreciate your forthrightness. You will need, as you expose each location, there is a small blue sigil. What you need to do to activate it is press it. And then a 5-second countdown starts. In which you need to put in the correct number. When a number go off, believe you can use your imagination with what happens when that happens. Now, wonderful doing business with you so far. I would certainly love a continuing relationship if you are of interest. And certainly since you care about my boy so much.
There's a number of things on our minds, yes. But first, some clarification. After we press the blue sigil, you said put in the correct number. Is that the sequence of numbers you just gave us?
No, you need to put them in at each location.
Mm.
One number at a time.
Oh. Okay.
Is there any specific order that we need to put them in?
The order I gave you.
So basically, they would need the blueprints in order to know where 1 was, where 2 was, and so on and so forth.
This, my dear boy, is why you're just wonderful.
Do we need to know which place to start when it comes to the
I would recommend
buildings?
the farthest west, overarching towards the east. I likely don't need to tell you that these places are not so easy to find. Underground, even. Unmarked buildings, such as this.
No. You've expressed that this is your design, correct?
She just smiles.
You don't seem to be a woman to be trifled with. I would understand if you wanted an effective shield, you would also make it a well-hidden one.
She just smiles at you.
You said you wanted to build a relationship, no?
If that was of interest, mutual interest to you.
It is. Dante's made some promises he's intended on keeping. I know you want your boy back, but we've got some unfinished business.
with all due respect, Sakura Rayashi, I am saying that correctly, right?
Harder A on the second part. Raashi.
Good to know. Ra-ah-shi.
Mm-hmm.
Ra-ah. She had smiles at Dante and smiles back at you. What do you bring up unfinished business? Don't believe if we were to put our family business and your unfinished business from a math problem perspective, I believe mine would have considerably more weight if you respectfully.
I understand. We're not asking to keep him forever. We're just asking him to borrow him for a little while longer.
When I resolve our family business to my satisfaction, sure we could work out something in regards to your borrowing of my son much longer.
That's fair. Do you have a timetable on it?
After all, a deal is a deal, my dear.
Yeah.
It was our negotiation.
Again, that's fair. Just wondering if you have a timetable
No,
on when you expect that to be resolved.
I do not. Lots of catching up to do after half a century. You understand?
Sure. And you don't intend on hurting him? You know what? Don't answer that. I don't think I would believe you anyway.
Which brings us to the next part of the deal, the reward, so that they can be on their way.
You dipped down there, Jeremy. Say it one more time.
Which brings us to the last part of the deal, the reward, so that they can be on their way.
Certainly. I remember what number I have. Jess, save me.
Ah! I need to start highlighting shit.
Same.
Zone of truth.
For the purposes of this, it's X number that I mentioned previously, and from a goal perspective, I should say. And she just kind of chuckles a bit. Certainly giving a lot of things away today, it seems. Would anyone like to come up and gather this?
I'll take it to them.
Oh dear, no. Don't want you to have to do that. I just
No,
got you
I
back.
insist. I'm not going anywhere, Mother. I promise you. I just want to tell them goodbye, all of them at the same time.
Make a persuasion check.
He's also giving her the sun puppy dog eyes.
Noted.
That is a dirty 20.
Fair enough. She looks longingly at you for a moment. Well, I've waited this long. Dante, what are your surface thoughts?
He just wants to get them out of here because he's very uncomfortable. He doesn't like them being here, being vulnerable.
And as you walk towards them, make a wisdom saving throw.
That's only a 15 because I don't believe I'm in the range of either paladins or us. So
No. It's a failure. Your mother probes deeper into your mind. She probes deeper and deeper and deeper. Give me everything.
He doesn't want to.
What are you trying
He doesn't.
to hide from your mother?
He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want anything to do with the family business. He would rather turn it around and use it to the benefit of helping people. He misses the embrace of Tristania Beaumont. He feels that he's obligated to protect the peacekeepers. He despises his sister, or he despises Lucida and Daria. He loves Amelia, but not the way she loves him. And he wishes that it would have been him that had died instead of Anders.
And as you step forward, well, unless there was anything else, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I think that's it. Oh no, actually, that he's been studying the bylaws of the rights of claim to the leadership of a coven or a house of vampires or Dhamphirs, and he is very well versed in it.
Interesting. All right. As you approach your friends, 2 bats fly past you, right behind, and land. And looming from these bats, these 2 tall, cloaked figures rise up. You didn't forget to say hello to your darling sisters now, did you? And similarly cloaked as to the 3 you saw earlier, which you do not see at all anywhere, since you've made your way here for whatever reason. And one peers back their hood and revealing this long, beautiful blonde hair. The other reddish, almost brunette in color. And you swear, the rest of you swear, spitting images of Lady D and Dante, but effeminate and beautiful. It's still their expression, cold, dark, and yet stunning. All faces pale as likely as expected.
Well, how could I even say hello with you hiding up in the rafters, flying around like bats? I mean, it's not like you all really missed me.
Now that you're here, you're right. And she kind of spits on the ground. Now, my dears, behave. We still have a bit of a trek to go. As you walk down the stairs, and they sort of or kind of flank the top of the stairs, and Lady D is a couple of feet back.
Dante will hand the chest to Sator as soon as he gets to him.
All right.
Hands out, take it from you, and are we sure?
He's going to look at him and nod. It's time for you all to go.
Hesitantly, I step back, not turning my back, but stepping back to the group. Once I get to the group, I'll turn my head and go, he says it's time for us to go.
Okay.
I guess we'll see you soon. Are you there, Dante?
As soon as I can. And Dante's just going to stand there and watch them. And as soon as I get to the door, he's going to turn around and look at his mother and his sisters. By the rights of the accords of the covens and the houses of vampires and Dampiers, I invoke the right of my legacy. I hereby claim my birthright as the leader of House Demetriesque. No one can argue this fault because of subparagraph 25 of the Rose Accords. Anyone wishing to stake claim to the throne of House Demetriesque has to file with the head lord. I also hereby invoke the act of protection on Rilo Rumblebelly, Sator, Zakria Rashi, Rune, Sam and Gus, and Tristania Beaumont. Anyone who harms their head is subject to execution at my hand.
We didn't leave yet, did we? We were getting to the door as you said that. So we're a couple 100 feet away. I will turn and see the reaction. Even though I have the chest in my hand, I really can't do a whole lot at the moment, but I'll turn and see what the reaction is.
The two sisters on either side. What the fuck does that mean? Mother? And she kind of grabs her hat and sort of tightens it just a minute. As decreed, as it shall be done. And she raises a hand, closes a fist, and those bats fly all around the room, landing in between the pews, disappearing into the fog, and melting up these cloaked figures, about 50 or 60 of them, on either side. And they, as they sort of apparate in, there is a about 20 feet of distance between where you are all standing and where Dante is, sort of in the middle, I assume, a little earlier, or a little, like, kind of short, a few feet from the steps. Anyway.
Yeah, he's made himself so that he's imposed between everything else and the peacekeepers.
And your mother just goes, "So say we all." And you hear in unison a chorus, "So say we all." all 50 of them. 50 or 60. Back to the Raptors.
And there is one last matter that I do need to address. Sub-article 39, paragraph 5, does state that I can hereby appoint someone in my stead if there is family business that I need to take care of. I hereby appoint my sister Amelia in my stead because I still have business to take care of with my friends.
Your mother's smile dissipates. Though decreed, bylaws don't state an immediacy of such a decree. My boy, I warn you, it's been some time. Do not test your mother's patience.
He's gonna look back at the party and he's gonna smile. I'll be right behind you. Go on.
Okay.
Eve, we stay. He's telling us to go.
We gotta go.
I don't think there's anything wrong with walking very, very slowly.
This chest is a little heavy. Maybe we need to lie down.
As I slowly go up the stairs to the door.
I'm going to slowly, like I said, slowly walk to the, I'm talking about snail's pace, walk back.
I guess as we slowly exit the giant building.
Okay. The door opens, and you see everyone disappear into the light. The door closes.
I don't know about you guys, but that door thing creeped me out.
Of all the things that creep him out.
I know, right?
I think I'm like the door. That's what got you.
The door. Nothing else? Okay.
There's a lot of other things, but there's nobody opening the door at the end. What opened the door? I hate magic. I know. There was a lot of things in there that creeped me out.
Yeah.
But what opened the door?
What
opened the door?
Invisible butlers?
It doesn't help.
Oh.
So Dante is still. So we've kind of separated. Dante's still inside. We're outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
I open the chest, make sure there's still stuff in it and it's not full of rocks.
Full of rocks. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just gonna kind of look at everybody. So, yeah, that went not like I expected, but right around where I think we were gonna be. Cause, yeah, she's tall. Did y'all know she was that tall? She was tall.
Sizes and everything.
Oh, for real. But I mean, Dante's.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm sorry. I have a confession to make.
What?
I totally peed myself.
Oh, prestidigitation.
No, I did that already. I just had to.
Oh, okay.
It started to bother me, and I just needed to.
No, that's it's a natural bodily function.
It'd be fair that the room is filled with lots of evil intent.
Yeah.
And fog, up to my chin.
Yeah.
But
Did get in your mouth? I was wondering.
no. I kept my head up.
Okay,
But
good.
I kind of started to stand on my tippy toes a bit. You know.
Good.
But anyway, I think, honestly, we just need to trust in Dante right now,
Mm-hmm.
and we need to do like what needs to be done with his sacrifice, you know.
Well,
I open the haversack and just pour everything in it, whatever is in the chest, so we don't have to carry that big ass chest anymore.
But
like I
yeah.
said,
Whatever
I don't think
whatever the
it's-
coin count was.
What was that? Ray?
Yeah.
no, like I said, it's not that.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's like I said, it's not that we don't trust Dante, but I think it's very clear from just that brief encounter that woman has way more on her mind than just having her son run her business.
Oh.
That was like the fact that I don't know, it seems like she's just a woman who really ain't all about that family life.
Maybe we should talk about this when we're further away from their home.
That sounds
been
fucking
listening to us.
awesome.
It doesn't really matter.
But we need to leave before somebody comes through the magic door and grabs us.
Yeah, well, yeah, and
Of all the shit to be afraid of, Sator.
No, that's just the last straw.
it's fair. That was a lot for Sator. I get it. You okay, Zakria?
Yeah. I don't know. Relatively okay. Sacrifices not sitting pretty with me, but Dante seems confident, and I have to trust that.
Yeah, I know. I don't feel great about it either, but it's.
We were walking and talking after we dumped everything into the
Mhm.
thing. Heading. Did we have a place to meet Bradshaw when we had information?
Particularly.
No, but we
Okay.
have a lot of time, and Zakria is going to suggest a long rest to regain spell points, hit points, rages, whatever have we.
Oh my god, that sounds great. I would love to go to sleep.
Same.
We have weeks. I don't want to prolong this protesting further, but we can prolong it one more day, just so that we're up to snuff in case anything goes wrong the moment those shields go down, because we all have to be ready to quell whatever riots are going to ensue because the shield goes down.
Yeah.
Do we want to make it all the way back to the brass tacks then, or do we stay here?
We have the money to stay here now if we want to, but
And
I think we would be doing Clayton a
Beyonce?
disservice.
What's that?
I thought.
Beyonce?
Well, we have a free week with Clayton.
Well, yeah, but like,
That's like, a really far walk.
would we
It
be
is
able
a-
to get back in?
You're flying, Sam. Yeah, I'm more for everybody else,
Do we have to get back in if Dante's going to meet us somewhere?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking like it'd be easier to probably reach those points like from within, right?
Oh, that's an excellent point.
Yeah. See, I'm smart sometimes.
I didn't think of that. I was just thinking that we needed a. If we're playing to to sleep, we're here.
Well, that too. That's super convenient. And we could go back to that restaurant. Oh my god.
Sure.
What's
All
it called?
valid
Copeland's?
points.
What's that?
What was it called? Copeland's?
I think
Copeland's,
so.
yes.
There's those biscuits. The biscuits.
Minus life-threatening incidents.
I think we'd also have a better shot of finding any more useful items for our next few journeys here
Oh yeah.
than anywhere else.
Yeah.
Healing potions, other items and the like. Yeah, I guess we'll stay here. I think the other thing I'd consider doing is trying to get a hold of someone who is on the Bradshaw side of things to see about getting us a look at the blueprints.
What's her name? The hobgoblin.
Churchill.
Thank you. Hey, we could get a hold of Churchill, couldn't we? With one of those fancy speaky, either a bird or a speaky thing that you guys do.
Oh, we could probably find some paper birds here while we're here. Maybe get you a few more, Rune, for your wife.
That'd be nice.
I mean, we're here. We might as well, right?
Yeah. Totally. Let's
Hey, a
yeah.
paper bird would get to Bradshaw or Churchill.
Right. I think just a nice stack of paper birds would be helpful. And in the realm of enchanting things, Sam and Gus.
Yeah.
Would you know offhand if a paper bird can fly with an item?
How heavy is the item?
A ring. Small, maybe aluminum, maybe not special material, but a magic ring.
I think it should be fine.
I'm asking because I think it would be more useful for you, Rune, and your wife, Elaine, to share maybe rings of messaging. You can cast one message per day, something like that. If that's something Sam and Gus can enchant. That way we're using less paper birds and you can contact her once every day.
The message has a really small distance, though.
Yeah, lines.
Maybe you're thinking of sending?
Sending. That would, yes. Thank you.
I think-
Because I don't have means of communication, but if I did, that'd be something I'd want for my loved one.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So do we know any good hotels here?
Hey, we stayed over here one time before, didn't we?
Once, yeah. We can go back there. Didn't they have that really awesome bathhouse also?
Yep.
Well, they let us back after Sator blew it up.
Hey, I don't think I blew that one up.
No, it was a different one.
It was a different bathhouse?
Yeah, it was a
That was
different bath.
Fiona's.
Yeah.
Hey,
It was
I believe
Fiona's.
it was Fiona's that blew up last time, not this,
Yeah.
not the nice one.
Yeah.
I feel really bad.
Why did you blow up a bathhouse?
Oh,
It wasn't on purpose. The storm
It wasn't
was...
my fault.
You know, he gets struck by lightning a lot.
I feel bad.
I feel like I'm missing some key information.
The Storm Lord has a thing for him.
got the hot
Mhm.
Sator.
With that, I'll look up. Is it storm covered?
No. Clear day.
Aye.
Considering the darkness you just went through, it's perhaps welcoming.
Uh-huh.
At least I don't have to worry about that right now.
Well,
So do you just like randomly get struck with lightning? Is
Aye.
it like
Yeah, it's happened at least twice that I remember in the most recent time. That started happening since I came around with you guys.
oh, don't blame us, man. That's just rude.
It's never happened before until I hung out with you. Now, how's that for a quinky dink?
Yeah.
Oh, what, a little magic bothering you? And Zakri is going to produce flame and just hold it in front of them like it's threatening.
Petty.
And then
Just open or close the door.
and then sparkles with like prestidigitation, you know, like.
Oh no. You're probably bouncing the fire back and forth between the prestidigitation, making it change colors and shit.
Guys, it's not funny.
It kind
It's
of.
a little
Oh
funny.
my god, that was
Sator.
sarcasm. I did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bang, go find the
Got it, buddy.
bathhouse.
Oh man, this is gonna be a great day. I may have peed, but it's great.
I mean,
It's great.
Do you not pee every
I
day?
don't. I didn't put a thing there.
All right. Let's go
That-
wash the fog off of us.
There's no rocks to kick, so I'm kind of pretending to kick a rock down the street.
Guys making fun of me, getting struck by lightning. Breaking bathhouses is not even my fault.
we're not making fun of you. We're just like stating facts, man.
I was definitely making fun of you.
Oh.
Is you big mad or little mad?
Have you ever? Is anything about Sator little? Never mind. Don't ask. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
As sitcom of an ending as that would be. No. Not tonight. Tonight's special. Two things. Number one, it's a tear. Do you just discard the chest like in the street?
I would have tried to shove it in the haversack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, because you said you poured the gold in, so I didn't know.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, I want to pour it in, and then if
and
it'll
then, you,
fit.
and then you tossed it in. Okay, cool. Never mind. There's only one thing.
Oh.
Dante.
Excuse
Door
me.
Closes. Oh, my son. Are you ready to be off?
It's entirely up to you. Dante's going to look around.
Make a perception check.
You mean my 24 doesn't notice anything?
You looked around. It's not a passive skill if you look around.
Okay, so that's like a 26.
DM Jacob kicking a rug. I'm gonna center it up to 26. The collection of bats that kind of heads forward right above the altar and right above your mother's head. And you just see the outline above the rafters of the sigils of your house over and over and over and over and over and over and over. That's about it. Unless you're looking for something specific.
I am looking for specifically anybody that I know that's a spellcaster in the house.
Well, you know your mother is. You know your sisters are. The rest are bats. As far as you know.
Dante's going to cast a spell.
What spell is that?
Dante is going to cast polymorph on himself.
What are you turning into?
Just a second. I've got to pull it up. A youngling Azure Dragon. Azure Gemstone Dragon.
Hold on. Polymorph requires it to be beasts, unless you have true polymorph.
Go ahead.
Because I've made that mistake before. Because I wanted to be a dragon so bad.
We've all made that mistake before. We all just want to be dragons.
Don't we
Right.
all?
Mm-hmm.
But while you're figuring that out, it might not matter because your mother is going to attempt to counterspell.
It is beast. I don't have true. So actually,
Oh, also quick thing, Jacob. Does Sanctuary drop since I'm not in there with him anymore?
The timing of it would have been
Okay.
long gone by this point.
Okay. Just wanted to double check.
Oh, all good.
is
Yeah,
there
oh, that's a
is there any vegetation in this building?
No.
I'm prepared.
I'm sorry, that's not true. At the very back end behind the altar, there is a collection of pots of flowers. Most of them sunflowers, a few red tulips. Offerings, perhaps.
Dante will actually go with his mother then. I don't know why I was thinking I could polymorph into a dragon.
Oh, well, at least you know your mother has counterspell. Well, that's good. So, as you step forward, your mother raises a hand forward, and something I forgot to mention was you see the outline of a large teleportation circle. Right where the altar is, right underneath it. Just as the runes light a ruby red. Come down. We have much to discuss. Do you enter the teleportation circle?
He probably has no choice because there's bats and there's his sisters and there's his mom. Yeah, he'll enter it.
Okay. And then, though you don't see this, you see this at home. That's bats. And the teleportation circle goes silent. And before we go, something that we have not done in a really, really long time, actually ever, you, my friends, have a week of downtime. So please consider things that you would like to do. Dante is a little more limited than most, but we'll
What
talk
the
about
fuck is downtime?
that.
I'm asking because I don't think I've ever had it in any game.
Yeah.
You know.
This is the time where, you want to do some research on something. You want your friend Sam Augusto to make you stuff. You want to do some shopping. Your friend Dante is indisposed with his mother for redacted reasons. All of that.
Wow.
So, begin to think about that over the next couple of weeks. In the meantime, holy shit. That was so fun. Thank you all so much for being here. And episode 43 comes to a close. Episode 44 up in 2 weeks. I actually think that the week after next we probably won't. Nope. Nope, the 4th, which is PAX U. So we'll be playing on the 20th, and then the 4th I will be at the PAX Unplugged. Unless we'll see what my flight looks like. We shall talk. We got plenty of time to figure it out. Anyway, going back in reverse order of all these cool motherfuckers that are doing really cool shit on the internet, Maddie, who are you and what are you up to these next couple weeks, eh? Obviously.
Lots of stuff, maybe. I don't know. Depends on how I feel tomorrow. But potentially, we'll be doing a brief while Dr. Where the Fuck is on hiatus. Ryan is returning, but we are going to be. I'm going to be running homebrew for the crew for a short spell, and that should be really cool. So that should be tomorrow. Tuesday is Ravenlock King of Ravens. Wednesday is Dragonlance Legacy of Chaos with Mari's test, finally, hopefully. And I've actually prepared so much stuff for that test. Like stuff in Roll20, like so much stuff. It's banana pants. And then Sunday back here for Dragonlance Dragons of Rebirth.
It's pretty intense over there too.
And we have a new player joining us. Might be someone you're all familiar with. Who's
what?
Like right here. Maybe. Jay, what?
Hey, because we just didn't get enough of Jay on Sundays. You need all the Sundays.
All the Sundays.
Welcome to the club. Sunday exclusivity.
Yeah, really excited for that, and then oh god, yeah. So, I'm here a lot, and I also was here all night long, so I'm tired.
No.
So, but find my stuff in linkpop.com/SoMattyGames.
Love that. Jess.
Oh, hi, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and buttholes. It's me. I'm Jess. I'm FreckleSketches everywhere. I stream mostly here. Every other week, 3 days a week. Ravenloft King of Ravens, Dragonlance Legacy of Chaos. And for this awesome show, you can also find me on my own channel, where I've been streaming a little intermittently because work is busy. I'm supposed to be part-time, and I'm pulling over full-time hours. So... there's that. I also do cartography. I'm your resident fantasy cartographer. I make maps. You like maps? I like maps. Everybody likes maps.
We all like maps.
Check out this overlay. Maddie made this overlay. It's got my map on it. If you want a map, hit me up. My commissions are open.
They're beautiful.
Thanks. I do digital maps, traditional maps. I do bookmarks. Maddie right now has the only bookmark in existence, but I'm making more. Yeah, just check that out. FreckleSketches everywhere, mostly Instagram, but just DM me if you want to talk. I'm always open for talking. I also do consultations. Thanks for being here, everybody. I've been very low energy, but I had a really, really fucking good time because this is a great story, and I love all of my friends very much.
We love you too. Glad you're here.
Shoot.
Yay, Jay.
Oh, hi. Unclenching butthole now. So
assume the reverse. No.
That's my ska band name now. Unclenching butthole.
That's a fucking great ska band.
You're,
God.
you're welcome.
I'm making that shirt.
I am Jay, also known as Big Barda on Random Places. You can find me here on the Sundays doing this wonderful thing with these wonderful people. I also am now in the Sunday game that Maddie just said about Dragonlance. I also am in another wonderful game with Maddie on Tuesdays on the USS Solidarity. I do a lot of shit, y'all, now. It's weird. And
great.
you can also find me on the Ticker Talker at JQuartz5, being weird and doing the stuff with the voices and the gestures and all that good stuff.
Buck, yes, love that. Chris.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris. You can find me over on the Twitterverse and all my other stuff in my link tree, which I'll put in the chat because it's my stupid handle. But anyway, You guys can find me there with all the other things I do. The link to my nonprofit is in there because we do all sorts of stuff for the kids and adult kids too, because hey, we're all little inside. And yeah, come find me on my link tree. Click all my links. Have fun with it. Ask me questions as needed.
Amazing. And the apple to my eye, my son, my beautiful son, Jeremy.
Hi, everybody. Oh, God, I love you guys. I'm Darth Intrury everywhere on interwebs except for here on Twitch, where I'm asked about my OnlyFans. You can find me here for this wonderful show. You can also find me bi-weekly on Tuesdays for Ravenloft King of Raven, which hopefully is happening this week as long as Maddie's feeling good enough. Because if you're not feeling good, Maddie, we can postpone, but I want you to be healthy. But hopefully we're going to do that because Tea and Tails, Steph, is joining us, and we have a guest, my friend Liliana, who is a Magic the Gathering friend, who's going to help put some of the news story along. Planning on going back to streaming sometime because I have a lot of free time now, other than I work nights. So just keep an eye on my Twitter, Instagram, keep an eye out. You'll see me. But love this game, love these people. Can't wait, to find out how I'm being tortured by my mother and my sisters.
It's gonna be
It'll
awesome.
be fine. It'll be fine.
I think that truly is the only thing that I think I was not expecting was for you to amicably go, which is funny because I almost did. You almost did. So fun. Anyway, I'm Jacob Blake, Duval King Jacob. On the internet's Twitter, it's the co-founder of the Amphitheater, where we play Tal'Dorei Fields of Wonder on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's fucking awesome. We're speaking of family drama. My entire kidnapped family of I've got like 6, 7, 8 sisters and brothers and like mom and dad. I don't even remember how many I made Bill. I made Bill voice, not that he has yet, because they're all kidnapped. Oh god, it's gonna be terrifying. So you gotta come and hang out, check that out. Wednesday, over on Duval's Gaming Journey, also on the Amphitheater, playing some Final Fantasy IX, also at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. Thursday coming up, Outcast and Outclassed, our Pathfinder 2e Shreds of the Thousands campaign, which is incredible. Just celebrated its 1 year anniversary, which is banana pants. It's about to get real more familial drama. I'm just a family drama like game master and player now, apparently, just since the fucking season, I guess. And then of course on the opposite Sunday, so this coming Sunday, Dragon Last Dragons Rebirth, where this found family tries to figure out how to kill an ancient green dragon while trying to make sure that an ancient gold dragon doesn't get killed. It's complicated. While my character hates another copper dragon, it's fucking great. And that's someone's patron, and like, oh my god, it's just a mess, everybody. But speaking of messes, as always, here. By the way, did you buy anything on the merch store today? You should go fix that. SoNowhere.com. It's what the nerds wear. There's some Lawful Maple Sheriff shit over there, and some Maria Happy Cap shit, and Husband Hydra shit, and Amphitheater shit, and everybody else shit. And go
Got them. Dice, but the Dante and the Rylos are all sold out.
What in the butt? Very cool. That's so surreal.
It's amazing though.
So strange.
And we only have one set of Sauteurs, like one. So
yeah,
you want it. You better go get it now.
Hey, want to kill your players? Want to maybe ruin your life, your DM's life? Buy our dice. They're all stacked.
You're welcome. Stacked. They're all weighted. No.
They're all stacked. Cheat at your games, only at SoNerdware.com.
Only on it's what? It's the cheating game. I don't know.
It's how the nerds cheat. Yeah.
Yes.
Nerds cheat. We don't win, we cheat. Wait, it doesn't matter. Anyway, as always, I'd like to remind you of the following truths, facts, and ridiculously not controversial things that you should kind of know. And it's that Black Lives Matter. Stop AAPI hate. Because don't forget our Pacific Islander friends, everybody. Trans rights are motherfucking human rights. You don't have a uterus. You don't get to tell people what uterus is, what to do with theirs. It's not your fucking uterus. Climate change is real. Read a fucking comic, because comics are the whole reason why movies are really good right now. Fucking come at me if you disagree.
Amen.
Facts on facts on facts. And as per usual, as always, when you have the opportunity to, shoot some motherfucking love. We love you. Thank you so very much for being here. We are going there. They're getting ready to go, but it don't matter because we're going to send some love over to, oh, nope, I can't. We're going to send, because they're doing the thing and ended the thing. So we are going to, there's not a lot of people on there.
All I have is Sailor Black Chick on my followed. That's it.
That's it. I don't even know what that is.
Extra Life was this weekend, so there's not a lot.
So everybody's chilling.
Yeah.
You know what? That's cool. Maybe we'll just chill. Maybe we'll just chill in downtime together.
Let's all get some sleep.
Well, I'll just lay back and relax.
I know, right? Play some music on Spotify. And we'll see you in 2 weeks for some downtime and ridiculousness. Maybe we'll do a bar crawl or something. I don't know.
And butts.
See you next time. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.